Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Nakho, and if you're new to this channel, you're very much welcome. Please do not forget to subscribe, hit the notification button, and be part of this beautiful family. And if you're a returning Savi, you my day one, you already know what time it is. Don't act like you don't know what time it is, okay? So say it with me, baby. Thank you and welcome back. It's been a minute. And I know you guys are mad at me. I know you guys are mad at me. But guys, it's the graduation season, so I'm quite busy. I'm very much busy, and I also have other things that I'm busy with in my life, okay? So yeah, so in today's video we are pretty much doing a story time. Unfortunately, the story time was not planned. I was just triggered about what I saw today on social media, and I feel like, you know, we need to talk about those things. We need to be vocal about those things. We need to put as much awareness there as we can, okay? So I'm gonna share with you this story time. By the way, this is something that happened to me firsthand and to my family. So yeah, buckle up, get yourself something to drink, get comfortable, your charger, your fleece. I'm having wine. By the way, this is my first glass, okay? This is my first glass. And yeah, man, I couldn't sleep. You won't believe the time I'm filming this video. The time now is 23:51. Child, it's 10 to 12 midnight, okay? But I just felt like, yeah, it's bugging me. You know, when you have something and a huge part of you says, do it. Okay, so let's get into the story and enjoy, okay? Okay guys, so this story is pretty much about my mother, but also about me, right? So my mother met this guy when she was working as a security guard, right? And at that time I was in grade 4, grade 5, I think. Yeah, grade 4, grade 5, in between. And my mother was very fond of the guy, and he was a good guy. I won't lie, I won't take that away from him. Like, at first he was a great person, guys. I don't want to lie. You know, it was weird having a male person around, and he spent a lot of time around, but I guess my mother trusted him. So yeah, it was weird for me, but right. And guys, the last thing as Mdana you need to do is to be out here cock blocking your mom. I wasn't that child. I wasn't the cock blocking type. I always embraced my mother's relationships, and I always wanted her to be happy, because my mother was a single parent. She raised me alone. I felt like a huge part of me felt like she deserves someone who loves her. She deserves love, okay? So okay guys, we're gonna have to give Ubuti a name. So okay, Ubuti, Kamaka, let's give him, let's say his name is Sia. Yeah, Sia, because most years are trash, so we might as well. So guy's name was Sia name, and yeah. So again, the guy did not have a kid, guys. My mother has a kid. I'm the kid, by the way. And by the way, my sister was not born at that time, so I was the only kid, right? So Butike, guys, is always around, and he's just a gentleman. He's a sweet guy. He's pulling his weight around. You know, he makes sure my lunch is made when I have to go to school. I have something to eat. They're working together, mama, at this company, because my mother was a security guard, like I told you. So they changed, and then because my mother applied for Ubupolisa, so they went to college together, because Nai, he applied to be Ipolisa. You know, basically they were just growing together. I think you get it. They were just growing together, and it was beautiful to watch. I think at Pebomini we need people who are gonna grow with us, so that you know, singashiani, and at the same time I'm stuck and the other person's life is just flourishing. It's important to grow together. It's important to help each other grow as well. Yeah, well, so it was that type of relationship, right? And guys, at this point this man is no stranger to me. This man is part of the family to me. This man is part of us, me and my mom, okay? By the way, I did not call this man Dada. I called him Butisiya, right? Obviously, I used his real name. I used to call him Buti. So, okay, when I'm talking about him, I'm like, Butisiya. Do you get it? Hi, okay, guys. See? When my mother went to a college, I was left with my aunt. I was left with my aunts and my cousins, and my mother would come back. They would come back, and he would come back. He would spoil me. You know the vibes. You know the vibes. Hi, okay, guys. One particular day, because I can't dwell much on the relationship. It was not my relationship to begin with. Up until Teta about the background of things. I can only talk about the situation from my own experience and my own perspective, if that makes sense. I feel like if my mother was here, we're gonna do the story together. I'm how their relationship was. Now I only know what I was shown or what I saw. Okay, so I get, guys, this particular day. So Loput was renting a flat in this other unit. So my mother would be there most of the time, but obviously coming home to be a mother, because that's what mothers need to do. Go home to your kids. Okay, Jola, and come back. Go home to kids. Don't stay in Jolweni. Girl, no. So my mother used to be that mother. I would go see boyfriend and sometimes she would bring me with, right? Because I was no stranger to the guy. He was no stranger to me. So this time, guys, Nyani, my mother says to me, we were with my aunt. My mother says, Masambe, see you to the body to Bodisia's house. Hi guys, Nyan, we went to Britsia's house, and Nyan, me being a kid, I'm just playing around, and I was alone as a kid. But okay, that's not the point. So on the business, there's Lalela guys outside by myself. I can hear this guy and my mom arguing, right? But obviously, it's not like intense arguing. Like, but no, like basically, it's just a passive argument, if that makes sense. So okay, fine. And busy and nikimali at mandam some sweets, right? Some chips or sweets or whatever. And me being a kid, guys, I'm excited. I take this money. By the way, I was in grade 4, if not grade 5, which is standard 2. Nyan guys, I'm happy, okay? I didn't see money every day. Like imali kum was a luxury, guys. Imali to me was something big, because my mother did not believe in giving me money at all. I think that's why imali, like I always work my ass off on imali, but okay, that's not the point. Yeah, but so imali to me was a luxury. I don't want to lie. So Nyanke, guys, I took this money, I left Naive clean. And I bought myself chips. Hi guys, Nyanke Nyabuya. By the way, ilanga this daily shosho. It's weird how I remember this. Like, it's weird. Guys, a memory is something else, or a trauma is something else. So, ilanga, I think it was 34, 36. It was hot that day. So, Nyan, guys, we are back to the flat, right? Because I left them a flat in Gapagat. And if you get flat in, guys, it's locked. Now. I'm thinking, and then okay, and I could hear, good guys, there's no one inside. I peep on windows, and there's nobody inside. And did they leave me? Because to my aunt's place, by the way, it's a walking distance. It's not close, but it is a walking distance, okay? So I'm like, shit, Linda Mazan, did she really leave her kid behind? Right? But again, you know what? It's fine. Let me just walk home, which is home to my aunt's place. Hey guys, in the walk, I think then I got disappearing from the flat, and then I heard someone in Kwaza, and it's my mother's voice. My mother went Kwaza, Nakho, guys in the back, guys, and the back, Nancy Lendoda, it in my mother's face. I will never forget that day. I will never forget that day, child. I will never forget that day. Yo, guys, lower body wife mamamu. Umamamu wakhala in a way that izandla zakhe wazibamba apha esuswini, and then wagoba. You know, like I could hear her screaming from, and guys, told me, guys, you know, but I could see them and they could see me, right? So one kwaza na beg, I can't beg. The guy was fucking palm, and my mother, yo guys, wagoba, and she screamed, crying, and now I stood there, not knowing what to do. And Zazi, whether I should stand here or I should rush to my mother and help her. But at the same time, I'm like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Right? But like, and also, should I rush to my aunt's house and seek help to get it? So I decided to let me run to my aunt's house. Right, I just and I ran. By the way, I ran, guys. I ran. I remember outside her house, and she was like, "You, you know." And in their lila, by the way, I am crying. The mama doesn't even see what in their lila because I'm running, right? Guys, and I got to my aunt's house, and I was like, my mother is in trouble. My aunt was like, when's and guys, I need to catch my breath. I can't talk because I've been running non-stop. I can't talk. Like, I can't breathe. I can't talk. I'm crying. Like, you know? And finally, I'm like, to my mom. And my aunt was like, where are they? I was like, but they are by Butsia's place and stuff. So my aunt says, stay here, I'm coming. So my aunt and her husband, they rushed off guys and attended to the matter. So I really did not see what happened after, right? But all I know is I know what I saw. Yeah, well, hi guys, my mother came back. Hey guys, I was a mess. Now every time I close my eyes, I see that whole picture. I see that man throwing him by my mother's face, and I hear my mother scream, and she's crying. Like, it was really hectic. It was so traumatic for me. I don't want to lie. Hi guys, nyan. My mother came back with my aunt. And you know, my mother was like, I'm done with him, I want nothing to do with him, and you know, and I was like because like I liked the guy, I cared about the guy. Like I said, he was part of us now. But after that whole incident, I don't want to lie, it literally erased everything. Like I was like, no, I don't want this man near me, I don't want this man near us, basically. And my mother's like, no, and go tell her sister, like, no, and some food, I'm done. Also, I don't know what was the argument about, right? Remember, I was a kid. Good. Hey guys, 2 weeks down the line, hey, we are there about by 2. Guys, do not get into your bound or by 2. Did my mother not come back to me and say, Nakho, why are we even still talking to this man? Like, let's start there. Why are we even still talking to this man? But guys, I'm a child, I can't say nothing. And by the way, my mother was not the type of mother that you could just share your opinion, I'm not interested whatsoever. No, she was not that mother. She was a very harsh mother, a very strict mother. So I feared my mother. I grew up in my mom a lot because she was very hard on me, you know. So whatever she said goes. Even if I didn't want to go with it, I have to go with it because she's the mother and I'm the child, you know. Exactly, it was that vibe. So I'm like, okay, because what can I do? What can I say? And I can see Gutiena. Alright, not Asia. Ndimlo. Right. Hi guys, very well. When Gena Butsia was like, hi Ntombi, I'm sorry about what happened. Don't me and your mother got in a fight. I got mad. Like basically Butsia is here to ask for apology. He's apologizing to me. Basically, he's apologizing to me now about the whole thing because it was a bad experience and I couldn't sleep for days. I kept seeing, like, it took me a long time to get over the image of the whole thing. And I was a child, guys. I was in grade 3, like I said, grade 4, yeah. So I was a child. It was very traumatic. Every time I closed my eyes, I kid you not, I could be sleeping or not sleeping. If I closed my eyes, that's all I saw. That's all I was saying as well. Yeah, well. So he apologized, and guys, there was nothing I can do now. There was nothing I can do. There was nothing I could say except be like, okay, it's fine. I take your apology, because this man is forgiven by everybody else, right? And guys, hey, okay. Now my mother was assigned to Esimo now to be a polisa there, done with the college and stuff. So I moved to Simo with my mom. So I was staying with my mom there. And now I was doing grade 5, grade 5, grade 6 in between. I was doing grade 6. So this means what happened when I was doing grade 5. I remember in Simo, I got there when I was doing grade 6. So guys, now this guy is assigned in Port Elizabeth. So they're in different places, which is not a problem, because I mean, people who like each other will make a plan. Okay. Hey guys, man, over the phone, these people argue a lot. And hey, this man is rude. You know, this man will call my mother. Hey, they would talk for 2 hours, or he would talk for 2 hours. And you know, it was just bad. And I was there seeing and listening to all of that. If this man calls my mother and my mother does not pick up a phone, or or something, this man will call me. I had a phone that time. This man will call me, and if I tell this man my mother is not available, like next to me or something, this man would give it to me. This man will call me everything that is ugly in this world that you can think of. Like everything that is ugly in this world that you can think of. Hey, fine, very well. So I remember this one weekend, my mother went to PE to visit the boyfriend. Left me behind, which is fine. I was safe. She left me in capable hands. My mother came back from PE and she was bruised all over her face. She was bruised, guys, all over her face. She was bruised in her body. I was shook. Like, guys, you know? Oh, and my heart, God. My heart sank. My heart sank. Why am I talking about this? Why am I doing this to myself? My heart sank, guys. Because I'm looking at my mother and she looks like this. And I don't even have to ask her who did this. I know who did this. And at this point, guys, I hate the guy. I don't want to lie to you. I hate him. And I have no respect for him for whatsoever at this point. Send him accommodator because my mom loves this man. But as for him now, I hate his guts. I really did. Still do. Hi, guys. Obviously, I'm not going to question my mom. And I'm going to ask Nikki a welcoming approach, because I think she doesn't want questions. Really. Yeah, but I know, guys, we sweep it under the carpet and but the cause still, if this guy's not around, best believe we are traumatized with calls. This man will call my mother will not answer or whatever. This man will call me and call me everything in this world. He will tell me, you're a hoe just like your mother, you are this, you are no good for nothing, you'll never be anything. Like sensitive stuff. Bear in mind, I'm doing grade 6. Ndingumdana, guys. I'm hearing these words. This man is calling me this. At this point, I got in my own ears. You drop his call or something, he's gonna write you a text. Do you get it? So not only was he abusing my mother physically, he was abusing me emotionally, because I won't lie, he never touched me. He was abusing my mother emotionally. So this particular day, I took my mother's phone. I think I think it was Irreplaceable, and I was singing that song voice recording because I wanted to hear myself because for some reason I had this weird silly idea that I could sing, so I used to record myself because I thought I could sing, which was absurd because I can't sing to save my life. Okay, hey guys, nyan, record nyan. I saved the recording my mom's phone. Nyan. I think 2 weeks later, this man comes to visit us. Nyani, ndibuye esikolweni. I'm tired as hell. Ndibuye esikolweni. Ndivasa izitya. So this guy is having my mom's phone kuye, and my mom also nayo uhleli sonke but mina ndivasa izitya. So ndiyamva ubumamele the recording, yabo, and then abuze kumama ngobana, by the way ngala mina nsenze recording kwakudlala TV guys, and I think kwakudlala 7 Dilan or something, yabo. So abuze kumama ngobana babathetha ngapha kwam. Kwakudlala Generation 7 Dilan, but ikwakuphinda a soapy that was playing a day before. I remember very well. So athi mama mayi andiyazi mna, buza kunako umuntu othanda udlala ngale phone. So abuze kumba Nakho ngobana babathetha ngapha kwakho. Make no TV, and yeah, TV for real. At all, nyan guys, ndiphume izitya mzinandivasele esitsheni, ndiphume ndochitha lamanzi ezitya. Hey guys, I left. When I left and I'm coming back, the door is locked. I'm locked outside, and now as I'm locked outside, I could hear my mother screaming inside. I could hear my mother screaming inside. I could hear my mother crying. I could hear my mother screaming for her life and fighting. I could hear the sounds. I could hear everything. I could hear Galiwa Abangapakati. It's bad. It's hectic. Like I'm hearing every sound and I'm stuck outside. They have locked me outside. He has locked me outside, basically. Guys, I'm trying to open the door. I feel so helpless. I feel so helpless in this whole situation. I feel so helpless. This man is having his day with my mother. He is having his day with my mother. I decide, but let me just stop trying to open the door. Let me just run and look for help. Fortunately, we were staying at barracks. A barracks again is basically rooms for police, and it's rooms that are inside yadi police station, basically. Okanye indawo yamapolisa, right? I ran, guys, to a charge office. Ndafika a charge office. Ndafika ndajonga amapolisa, and I was like, mama muyabethwa ngubhosi apha erumini yakhe. Yo guys, guys, I did not want to go back to that room. I remember I walked in steps where I can see what's happening, but not steps because I was scared. I was scared. I was really scared because I really, like, it was hectic. What I heard from outside, you could tell Guti, it's bad what's happening inside. And I think and I watched the whole drama and guys, and I'm just wondering, why is my mother putting up with all this? Like, why is she exposing herself to this? And then my mother was taken to hospital because I think she was very badly injured. She was taken to hospital. I don't know. I think the guy I think boom high kiss or something so that he can go back to PE, something like that. But I sat there and I watched my, like in the Bukelu Bumbamba, this is my life. That is my life. Having to watch my mother being beaten to the pulp by this man, and I'm tired of it. I am tired of it. And I think when you're around abantu abanjalo who don't speak up about the abuse, who protect their abusers, I think you tend to back off and just watch things unfold. And I think that's what, after that day, that's what I did. I started backing off and watching things unfold. But also, I do remember how much I hated my mother. I hated my mother. I hated my mother for putting up with that, for putting me through that, for putting us through all of that. You know, I hated seeing her broken. I hated seeing her injured. I hated seeing her in pain. I hated receiving calls from this man every time he can't reach her. I hated being insulted by this man every time he's having an episode or something. You know, because now it had gone out of hand. This man was just pissing on everyone. And when I say on everyone, I mean everyone. Even my aunts were receiving calls. But who? Do you get it? And I think that's the best he could do with us, because he knows good itina like us jolly nice if he does touch any of us, you know. But I think this man was so crazy that in this whole situation. I mean, I'm doing grade 6. I was 11. I was a child, for God's sake, at that time. But my mother stayed, guys. My mother stayed. And I think that haunted me the most about this entire thing is when this man told me in my ears that I am going to kill your mother. He said, what in this? Guys, I don't want to lie. I created the entire scenario in my head. I used to see my mother's lifeless body, and I would cry. You would swear it has happened. I would be miserable. I would be miserable because he has put ideas in my head that this is what he's going to do to my mom. So basically, psychologically, he has me. Do you get it? My aunts tried talking my mother into leaving this man. No, not my mother. My mother is not having it. My mother keeps forgiving this man. And the weird part is she expects everyone to be okay with this man afterwards. And I don't want to lie, I was not okay with this man. I was not okay. I hated this man, and I hated my mother with him. I hated them together. Like, I really hated them. And I felt like I deserve better. I deserve so much more. And I think I can't buhlungu in life, guys, is to see this someone you love being so weak, someone you love being so scared. And as much as my mother's a strong woman, like I said, she's very strict, very strong personality. She's basically me and all of that. But seeing her weak, I think that was another thing. And seeing her scared, she was so scared of that man. She was so scared of that man. You'd be shocked who's so scared. I remember there was a time, I think they had broken up with this guy, or my mother broke up with him, and then my mother took me to movies because I think she was trying to make it up to me for all these bad things that have been happening. And then this guy called while it's a cinema, guys, and then this guy is like, wants to know about CP because of call you. And then my mother was like, I can't see, I drop your phone. And then this guy called, I know, it's a cinema. Guys, did we not run out of the movie as if we say lapim yango? My mother was like, Masambi. Guys, she was so shook, and so was I. I don't want to lie. Namdandi freaked out because first of all, we don't know how he knew that, and secondly, we know what he's capable of. He beats my mother up. So killing my mother, that wouldn't be a problem for him, you know. Sahamba, guys, and my mother was like, no, let's not go home because my aunt was working in an old age name, so she was staying there as well. So we went to my aunt and we crashed there. I think we crashed there for a day or two because we're hiding from this man. Sorry, my camera stopped. We are hiding from this man. Imagine. So nje, the entire thing was traumatic for me. And my mother kept going back, guys. It kept going back, kept going back, kept going back. It got bad. This man would burn impahla zakhe, amtshisele izinto. Nje amenzela a whole lot of things. And this man keeps accusing my mom of cheating. Bear in mind, guys, I stay with my mom. And accuse her of cheating with her colleagues ezaphangela, sort of like kube sebenza with male police officers. Accuse ukuthi she's cheating with those police officers. Imagine how absurd. And mna ndiyamncedisa ndiyamfihlela umama. I'm like, I'm a participant basically. I am hiding. I know la manyundululu my mother is doing, and I'm helping her hide. Basically, imagine, I'm a child. I hardly know anything about dating. I don't even have a boyfriend to begin with. I've never kissed a boy. Let's start there. So nje, it was a lot. And I reached a point that, no, man. This girl, I need to just ndimvule and not be part of this. And I need this man to stop calling me. I really need this man to stop calling me. I can't live like this. And then I think my mother changed my SIM card. And I think my mom, when I was like, she just got to a point, she was like, no, this is not how it's supposed to be. And broke up with the guy. And then the guy started doing crazy stuff. A phone, guys, a khohlele phone or a perfume. Just do some weird things. Imagine some weird things, you know. But all in all, my mother ended up doing a protection order. Ended up a relationship with and in a very ugly manner. But that left a scar. I don't want to lie, that left a huge hole, a huge scar on me. And yeah, it was very traumatic for Mdana. And I think it made me to toughen up when it comes to men. I don't care. And for Nando disclaimer, guys, at this point, I think that's how I am. And for Nando that etitela phezulu. Like, I can hear you in the same room. Why are you screaming? I don't want that, because I will not be the one. I will not be a victim. I refuse to be a victim, guys. I refuse to be a victim at all. So if anyone is out there and you are in an abusive relationship, you are in an abusive space, I am pleading with you. I am pleading with you to leave that relationship for your sake, for your sanity, for your life. Guys, the worst thing that could happen by a relationship is, like, I don't think that's how it's supposed to be. And I don't think ukhona umuntu othi uyakuthanda, guys, ozakubetha. Soze umuntu who says he loves you but at the same time uyakubetha. No, man, guys, no, there's no such. And noba uthi I care about you, the reason I'm like this, you make me angry because I care about you so much. No, there's no such. There is absolutely no such. And people, when they want to abuse you, they want to isolate you from people who love you. They want to isolate you from people who will talk sense to you, who will wake you up. But yeah, this is not it. They will isolate you and then they will break you. No, you've gained weight, this. That are going to bring down your self-esteem. Low self-esteem. And when you have low self-esteem, you are at your weakest, and then they have their fist with you, like they have their jaw with you. They will treat you like anything and anyhow. And don't stay in such situations. Don't stay with people who are not kind. Don't stay just for the sake of, okay, you're in a relationship or something. Don't stay for guys. Next time he will actually do it. after that it's gonna be something. But the worst thing that could happen is about uphume relationship ngebhokisi. It's not nice. We sing stories every day on social media as a circulator, guys. People killed by their boyfriends and then end in abusive relationships. No, it's a lot. It's enough. It's enough. When I saw, like I said, this whole story time was triggered by something. When I saw, I don't want to mention people's names because I don't know if I'm allowed to. Like, I don't want to do that because I'm trying to respect the family and whatever, right? And guys. But all I'm saying is, when I saw his screenshots that were posted between this lady and the boyfriend, the whole thing reminded me of my mother's situation. If I remember at that time, I used to like taking my mother's phone because my mother had those nice phones as Tiwa Kazvul, and I used to play around the phone, check things, and I would read these messages from this man, and the messages he was sending to my mom. He was calling my mom names. He was, he was rude to my mom. He was doing a lot. He was saying a lot about my mom. He was insulting my mother. He was insulting my mother's family. He was insulting us. He was insulting me. It was just not a good picture to see. And I think I grew I don't ever want to have a relationship like my mother's relationships. Ever. I am scared. A relationship that feels like my mother's, I don't want it. Because I've seen, I have witnessed, and I don't want to be like that. And it's not easy. I understand. Because like I said, I remember how much my mother was in fear. How much my mother was scared for her life. Like we were born go to your yika. Imagine knowing your mother as this strong personality. And she's scared. You look at her, you see the fear in her eyes. She's really scared. And I am going to kill you. And at that time, my father is nowhere to be found. The only parent I have is this woman. And I think my fear was my mother leaving that relationship. And I'm glad that God knocked some sense into her. Hey? And she decided that it's enough. Let me take all the stands. Let me go to court. Let me do the protection orders. Let me do everything just to make him stay away from me. And that's how he ended up staying away. When my mother took a stand and said it's enough, did the protection orders, went to court, everything to protect herself and me. And that's the last we heard of that man. The last time we heard of him is when, I think last year, when we had go to in some heist or something. That was the last time. Do you get it? But guys, leaving relationships, a toxic, is important for you. Like akekho umuntu okuthandayo ukubetha, akekho umuntu okuthandayo ukubethayo. Soze umuntu okuthandayo akubethe, guys. There are many ways olungisa umuntu. If you're wrong with that much, umuntu okuhlasa phansi, guys, athethe nawe, listen Nakho, andiyithandi le nto yenzileyo. I don't like how you do this. I don't like how you do this. No. Can we not have it? You understand? Same way now when he's done something wrong, we are correct to go to listen. I don't appreciate the fact that you don't this, you do this, but better. No, guys, it's no. We can't. Every year there must be something that involves a man beating a woman, killing a woman. Like, we can't be having that. Like, no, it's enough. So I am pleading with you. If you are I don't know all of you personally, but I know I have 14,000 subscribers. So if any of you in these 14,000 subscribers is going through this hard time, is going through a abusive relationship, a domestic violence type of relationship, for your own sake, for your family's sake, for your friends' sake, for your kids' sake, if you do have kids, leave that relationship. Leave the relationship. There is so much better out there. There is way better out there. leave the relationship. Please leave the relationship. You do not want to leave your relationship. Leave while you still can. Please. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I'll be leaving. I think this was a very heavy video. I feel it in me, like this even the tense, the heavy of myself. But yeah, I hope I get through someone. I just hope. And if you're in a relationship, no tata bantwana, and you're worried about your kids, you know, if you leave lotata bantwana, how will the kids? Trust me, your kids want to see you happy. I'm telling you now, I wanted my mother to be happy, and I thought that guy could make my mother happy. But the moment that guy started abusing my mother, I hated the guy. And now when I saw that my mother is not doing anything, is allowing this, is putting up with it, I hated her. So you do not want to get to a place whereby your kids hate you now for imposing yourself, for allowing such things to happen to you. So if you can, please leave. Please leave while you still can. Please leave. Please, for everybody's sake, for every woman's sake, just be that one example. I'm out of here where I can still talk, I can still walk, I can still live, breathe by my own. Okay, so guys, thank you for watching. I'll be looking for the comments down below. I know I feel like this video was very heavy. I feel heavy, like I really do feel heavy. But yeah, man, I think we need to talk about it more, guys. No, we need to. Anyways, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.